Eli Sharabi looks out. He has freedom, but alongside it, enormous loss. But he was determined he wouldn't die a hostage.
In all this darkness, I'm trying to see the light. I got a second chance to rebuild my life.
On October the 7th, Hamas gunmen stormed his home, where his Bristol-born wife Leanne and two British-Israeli daughters, Noya and Jael, were sleeping.
Very quickly they found the safe room and started to shoot in the safe room. Leanne jumped on Noya and I jumped on Yael to protect them. 3 terrorists took the girls to the kitchen area, and they understood clearly they have British passports. Turned my head, just towards my girls that was in the kitchen and shouted them, "I'll be back." That was the last time I've seen them.
Taken hostage to Gaza, he was immediately attacked.
The first stop was in a mosque. This mob of civilians start to lynch me with their bare hands, and the kids with their shoes start to hit me when I was on the ground.
What was going through your mind as you were realising that you were now a hostage in Gaza?
It's scary. It's humiliating. You need to ask a permission to breathe, to talk, to go to the toilet, to beg for food and water and everything.
For months he was chained, held in inhumane conditions deep underground, in Hamas tunnels similar to this, in a cage-like area, often with 3 other hostages.
They tied us with ropes in our legs and hands. I was fainted from time to time from the pain. One time they broke my ribs. Starvation, that was the worst thing. Especially the last 6 months. We ate just 1 meal a day. 1 meal, it's 1.5 pita bread. I arrived to Gaza on October 7 when I was more than 70 kilos. And I was released 16 months later and I was 44 kilos.
His release bittersweet. Days before, Hamas told him his brother Yossi had been killed in captivity, likely from an Israeli attack. Emaciated at a rehearsed Hamas ceremony, he said he couldn't wait to see his wife and family.
One main thing I was going to do after my release is to take Leanne, Noya and Yael back to England, and that was my dream.
Only after arriving in Israel did he learn what had happened.
The social worker approached me and said, "Your mother and your sister are waiting for you." And I said to her, "Please bring me Leanne and my daughters." And she said, "Your mother and your sister will tell you." It's obvious what happened, that the worst scenario happened. So I cried a few minutes, for 5 minutes, and I said to myself after that, I can cry all day, but it will not help me to bring back Leanne and Noya and Yael. So I said to the social worker, "Come on, let's see, I want to hug my mother and my sister." Of course, you're happy that you're released. I don't have a wife and my daughters. I don't have my oldest brother. It was very tough. It was very tough.
His first and hardest phone call to his wife's parents back in Britain.
It was very... It was a very emotional phone call, but it was very important for me to do it. And of course it was very difficult.
His loss sits alongside his campaigning all the way to President Trump, desperate for his new peace proposal to work.
I asked him to finish the job and have, all the other, to help all the other to come back as well. I want all the 48 hostages back today, tomorrow. For me, I just wanted to stop, and that's it. War, it's awful. People suffering from war, but we can't forget who started that.
Eli Sharabi is fighting for those he left behind as he grieves the family he's lost.
I'm trying to be positive. I'm working on that. and I'm choosing life.